Hello everyone, and welcome to my new channel, Video 1. You might be thinking to yourself, well, Rob, okay, I'm here. What can I expect from you? Okay, first of all, never expect anything from me because I will almost always let you down. And secondly, if I do manage to pull through, you can expect, why would you put that on the internet to resume here? You can expect some of what we're going to be doing today to happen here. And a whole bunch of other shit, and it's just going to be great. YouTube doesn't like when you mix types of content together, like true crime and horror mixing with comedy. You know, not a good thing. The algorithm, the almighty algorithm, decides to just take its fist without not even a little of lube, and it's going right up. So here we are, new channel for comedy. Okay, I just wanted to get that out of the way now. But on to more important topics, okay, kids? Now, we are going to be covering a man that I have so much passion for. I have been going through this guy's videos for a couple months now. It's just so bad. It's basically like a giant cringe factory of content. The more I watched, the more I was just like, Jesus, this is kind of f***ed up in a way. We're going to cringe together at what's going on here. And then I'm going to explain to you why this feel-good artist, as I will call him, isn't actually spreading the right type of message. I think it's more of a negative message. The man in question, his name is Dhar Mann. And perhaps you've seen him. It sounds like a superhero, but that is just his name. You've probably seen him on YouTube or on Facebook or just about anywhere where he could possibly spread his influence like some kind of venereal disease. Well, I'll tell you, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a taster here on what type of content he makes, okay? Let's just get to it right now. Okay, so prepare for a trip down the rabbit hole of feel-good bullshit. So to give you guys kind of a really good idea of the type of content, we're going to start with a video called Husband Wants a Divorce. Wife has 2 conditions. So you automatically are just like, oh, okay, so the husband wants this divorce, so there's some drama, but the wife has these things that she won't let him not do until he does I'm not even saying that correctly, but you get it. You get the enticement of the fucking title. Okay, so let's jump right in here.
We need to talk.
Honey, go to your bedroom. Mommy and Daddy need some time alone, okay?
Okay.
I want a divorce.
Boom! Right out with it. He doesn't wait a second. He doesn't wait 2 seconds. He's just like, all right, now that she's gone, I want a divorce. That bastard.
I'm seeing someone else.
How could you do this? We have a beautiful daughter together, and after all these years of marriage?
This has been a long time coming. Look, I already signed the papers.
So he apparently already has a divorce agreement already all filled out. It's like, yo, I went and Xeroxed these. I filled it out. So here you are, already all done. So we don't need an attorney for this whatsoever. As long as you just sign it, we'll be all divorced and we can go our separate ways. It's not like you're going to take 50% of everything I fucking own or anything like that. You know.
You can have anything you want. I just need your signature too.
I'll sign your papers, but I have 2 requests.
Okay. Like what?
First off, I want us to look like we are still together in front of our daughter.
Sorry, I gotta do the J Station tear wipe. oh, I'm crying so hard from my eyebrows because it's not like I've never cried before and I have to try to simulate it because I'm a fucking psycho or anything. Let's keep going.
There's a big test coming up and I don't want her stressing.
Okay, and the second?
For the next 7 days, I want you to carry me into our bedroom, like you did the night of our wedding.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, deal.
Boom. He's like, I'm getting off easy, yo. I've got to pick this bitch up and carry her and just not talk about it in front of my daughter, which I didn't want to anyway. So it's just like, and poof, gone. Okay, but Dhar Mann just comes in and he makes this special boomer content. I'm telling you, it's just so beautiful. It really, really is. And I'll explain how it's boomer content in just a moment, but you're probably already getting the idea. There's always some kind of gut punch at some point in a video. It's always like, oh my God, it just hit me in my feels. I can't believe that happened. It's just so cheap. It's cheap. It's the cheapest form of content I've ever seen in my life. So day one, he's carrying her to the bedroom. I'm just going to skip ahead through this. And they're talking about memories, and it's cute. And she tripped once, and he picked her up and carried her into the bed or carried to the room or something. And then all of a sudden they're at their wedding and they're doing all that kind of shit. And he's carrying her. And they're having these like heart to heart moments like, oh, you remember this time when you carried me? And it's like, maybe he doesn't want to leave her. You know what I mean? Like maybe he doesn't want to see somebody else. Maybe she's reminded him of all this and he was kind of forced to listen because he was carrying her the entire time. Cheesy as hell. Cheesy as hell. It's a little bit of Jesus Christ on this. I guess I would understand it. Let's just say it doesn't end there. So the guy eventually realizes that, oh my God, like I can't do this anymore. I love my wife. I need to go break it off with the new chick.
I actually came by to tell you that I can't do this anymore. I love my wife, and I just came to say goodbye.
No, not even a goodbye. Not even a goodbye like, nothing. That's a good man. That's a good man. I'm just saying that's a man who has learned his lesson, okay? But now he goes back home. And what do you think? Oh, they live happily ever after. They're really great now and everything's, and she forgives him. Not exactly.
Babe, I got some good news, okay? Wake up. To the love of my life.
Do you see where this is fucking going? Do you see? You see where this is going? She had cancer. Apparently. Didn't tell him she's had cancer all this time, so he wasn't the only one hiding something. Actually, he was probably more honest than she was. She decided to keep this from him.
I knew my time was up, but I didn't want to be a burden. In the eyes of our baby girl, I never wanted her to think you were a bad father or a husband to me by leaving me. I will never forget how you held me for the last time.
Well, technically you did forget as soon as you died. I mean, not to sound like a dick here, but she said she'd never forget it. I don't know. I mean, maybe she believes in an afterlife. That's fine. That's good with me. Basically, just to kind of summarize this, he gets home and sees that she's croaked and just laying in bed. And because apparently she knew, I have 1 week remaining and I'm going to die on the fucking dot. And now he's back, and as you can see here, he's bawling his eyes out. He regrets it. He wants her to wake up. See, like, you know what I mean? Like, for boomers, this is gut-wrenching. This is like, oh my God. Oh my God. The reason I call this boomer content is because this is the kind of shit that boomers believe happens all the time. This is like a norm in life, okay? All these heartfelt moments where everything works out perfectly to teach a lesson. It doesn't matter. It's all happened. Even if it's not true, even if you go up to a boomer and you're like, hey, the story you've been passing around saying that it's fucking true and it's actually not and it's bullshit, they go, well, it doesn't matter because the message is good anyway. That's not how things work. Okay? The truth behind the message matters. The truth matters. Okay? If it's based on complete lies, do you really need to, is your delicate little sensibilities, do they really need to be watered with the little floral watering can of mistruths and lies to make you feel good about yourself? Really? It's just kind of pathetic. Dhar Mann hits below the belt every chance he gets. Okay? Every chance. Let's take a look at one more before I get into what's wrong with Dhar Mann. So this one is especially cringe. It's called Bully Laughs at Single Mom, Then Learns Shocking Truth. That's like one of all of his content is super formulaic, but that's like one of the common things, like this person does this thing and then they learn, oh, you're gonna teach you a lesson. So yeah, essentially that's what happens. But so let's play that one real quick.
Honey, come on, let's go. We're going to be late.
So basically, to sum this one up, it's bring your dad to school day. The kid doesn't have a father anymore, unfortunately, so he brings the mom. So instead of just going in like the mom she goes in wearing her late husband's suit, the father's suit. And I'm like, okay, and it's like 8 sizes too big, so she kind of looks like a clown. And on her way in, she gets made fun of a little bit by a father who actually plays the husband in the last video. Dhar Mann reuses actors all the time. I don't see that as a bad thing. I'm just, something to note. So they're on their way in. They get made fun of by this father and his kid, where they say, oh, the suits, that women shouldn't wear suits. That's ugly. No, it's that the suit is like 8 sizes too big and it looks kind of ridiculous. I get the sentimentality of it, and that's such a beautiful little gut-wrenching sucker punch like Dhar Mann's special, but it is what it is. So then all of a sudden we get to the classroom and this happens.
Johnny, would you like to present first?
Okay, sure. Hello, everyone. I know I was supposed to bring my dad, but I brought my mom instead. Hi, I'm Johnny.
You should be embarrassed wearing a suit like that.
So there's him in the suit. Long story short, he dies, and all of a sudden, the classroom gets taught a lesson.
So you see, even though I am Johnny's mother, I'm also Johnny's father now. And I wear this suit to show Johnny how to be strong.
You don't look strong, though. You kind of just look ridiculous. I know that's a dickheaded thing. Boomers get so mad at me when I do shit like this. And I've gotten in arguments with boomers on Facebook countless times, okay? Countless times. And they despise me for this reason. Because I don't take this cookie cutter formulaic bullshit without a whole heaping pile of Morton salt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, and it's just kind of pathetic. But then at the end, just in case, you didn't totally understand the message, Dhar Mann himself swoops down from the heavens to dispense some wisdom.
Raising a family is tough. But it's even more hard for a single parent struggling to make ends meet. It's like having twice the work with only half the help.
Just blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's all shit we know about single parents, okay? You should realize that they typically work harder than someone who has backup, who has another person in the equation. Polygamists probably don't have to work that hard at all because there's so many of them running around. But there's something about the way Dhar Mann talks. He doesn't say message. He says massage. I hope you love that message. Just listen.
Hey, what's up YouTube fam? It's Dhar. I hope you love that message. I hope you love that message. I hope you love that message.
He just says it in this kind of like rhythmic, I hope you love that message. Every video. Every damn video, okay? And then he also says appreciate. It's just my little thing. They're nitpicking things, I get it, but it does drive me kind of batty.
Appreciation, appreciating what we have. Picture.
Dhar Mann makes a killing doing what he does. So you can see this bully laughs at single mom thing was uploaded late-ish last year. It has about 2 million views. But if you go to Dhar Mann's channel, he has 1.37 million subscribers as of now. He uploaded one day ago, 846,000 views. 6 days ago, 1.2 million. 1 week ago, 1.4 million. 1 week ago, 1.5 million. 2 weeks ago, 2 million. 2 weeks ago, 1.5 million. 3 weeks ago, 3.3 million. It's insane. He does crazy metrics. He's very, very good at what he does. He's good at reeling in the boomers and just, you know, a bunch of people who are just like, I really need to feel good based on something completely bullshit today. Which, you know, we all get in that mode, kind of. I don't personally because I'm not an idiot. But, you know, some people are idiots, and that's okay because we're all different and we are the world. But there's something you should know. Now, I don't hold this against him by any means. I believe that people can come back from making mistakes as long as they, you know, own up to what they did and they actually want to change and they make the effort. I am all about your climbing back up from the depths and making something out of yourself again, which he did. Now, so Dhar Mann was known as the ganjapreneur because he was in the marijuana industry out in Oakland, California, okay? And he got in a little bit of trouble when he was out there doing that kind of work. And there's a source called the Mercury News here, which covers the fact that he was sentenced to 5 years probation. What for, you may ask? Well, Dhar Mann, 29 years old, must repay the city of Oakland $44,399. He was sentenced to 5 years probation for pocketing city grant money meant for building improvements. So he was just taking money that was given, like, you know, say, hey, here you go. This is for improvements for the business and, you know, blah, 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 because you're doing some great things out here. And he's just like, yeah, okay, I'll take that. Sure. Yeah, that'll go right to where it needs to go in my pocket. Apparently he had this fall from grace where he had numerous exotic cars and a mansion. And then he got like kicked so hard down into a 300 square foot apartment that he had to share with a roommate. And they had to swap who slept on the couch and who slept on the floor, and they just had to keep rotating, and it must have been absolute hell. So, and now he's climbed his way back up, and I have no problem with that. I'm not bringing up this article specifically to try to say, hey, look, he's probably a piece of shit to this day. Not necessarily whatsoever. It's there, though, and I can't just not mention it, okay, because this guy knows what he's doing. He's not stupid. He isn't stupid. Was it a stupid thing he did? Yeah, absolutely. But he is far from an idiot, and he's a savvy businessman. He is. He knows what he's doing. So now he's on YouTube and playing the stock market, and he's just making bank. Oh my God, he's making so much money. Now, for all of the feel-good type stuff that Dhar Mann makes, there's a lot of it. A lot of it. That, isn't so great and doesn't actually give off the best message. Now, or I should say the best message. But now, I don't know if Dhar Mann will ever watch this. Maybe not. Maybe he's one of those Lily Singh types that they just don't watch anything that criticizes them, or they take any form of constructive criticism as just absolute, like the person's just a hater.
What I've done here is I have gathered some positive comments. The reviews are from places like The Atlantic, Variety, CNN, Decider, Cosmopolitan, Deadline. Whereas before there were negative reviews from like Angry Virgins.
I don't know. Maybe he does look at constructive criticism. Maybe he does take into account. I don't know, but I don't see why he would. He's doing something that works remarkably well for him, so why the hell not? But I came across at least 3 videos that have a really kind of screwed up mentality behind them. So let's look at the first one here. So this one's called Husband Gets Angry at Tired Wife When She Asks Him to Cook Dinner. 1.6 million views. Okay? So it's made some money. Let's roll it.
Hey, babe. I'm home.
Oh, hey, honey. Do you mind making dinner for us tonight? I am just so tired. I need a little break.
He just got home, you inconsiderate bitch! Well, the husband shares my sentiments.
Want me to make dinner? I'm the one that's been at work all day today. But you need a break.
Yes, I need a little break. I am very tired.
Tired? From what? Unlike you, I have a real job that I go to. All day.
Excuse me?
You know what? I'm gonna go to Earl's place. Because I'd rather be at his place hanging out with him than here, listening to you complain about needing a break.
Okay, so he ends up going to his friend Earl's place, who is played by the same actor every single time a husband like screws up with his wife and he has to go get some like one-on-one pep talk kind of reality check shit where he's just like this know-it-all kind of guy who says, hey, you're kind of f***ing up real bad and your wife is way hot and you kind of aren't. He doesn't actually say that. I just kind of think it. I think that actress is gorgeous. If you're watching this, I just want you to know that you're gorgeous and God, never change, please. Oh my God. I'm just kidding. I'm not a creep, but well, okay. Anyway, let's continue. So he ends up going to his friend Earl's place, and then Earl's wife comes home, and she's tired too. Who'd have thunk it?
I had to pick Jasmine up from school, but I will get dinner started right away, okay?
Oh no, I got this, babe. Just relax.
Are you sure? You've been at work all day.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
You're so good to me. It was really good seeing you again.
Good night, Mr. Reyes.
By the way, this like gorgeous wide open space they're filming in, that's Dhar Mann's office. That's not his house. It's his office. Guy's loaded. Guy is loaded. I wish I had an office like that. Holy shit. But anyway, and that's in like downtown LA. So the husband's gonna cook, it's totally second nature for him. He's just like, oh, my wife's tired? I will totally just cook. Doesn't matter to me. Of course I'll do it. No problem. So then the douchebag husband is just like, yo, what the you do so much for her. You're the one out there working and busting your ass. What the hell? And then all of a sudden Earl will be like, yo, man, you've got it all twisted. And then the husband goes, duh, I was being so dumb. I didn't even think about it like that. You know what I'm saying?
And a mother's work at home is that one gets paid and the other doesn't. So every mother out there deserves a break.
You know what? I gotta go make things right.
And then after Earl's done talking to him, the husband returns home. He's got a second chance and he's cooking food. You look at him. Keep in mind, it's probably like 2 a.m. at this point and it's just a little too late to have dinner now. Sorry, dude, you kind of ruined it, but nice try. But, it's a Dhar Mann video. Try not to think too heavily.
That your work is just as important and just as hard as mine. And we all need breaks sometimes.
Okay, so he all of a sudden comes to that realization. Your work is just as hard as mine, and you work hard, and I'm hard, and you work so great. And it's just like, the guy didn't get that before. Why is she with him? First of all, she's stunning. Second of all, why is she with him? Like, he just berated her because she needed a break, because she was tired. And what does she do?
So, what are you cooking?
Your favorite.
Suddenly he's super dad, like he's the nicest guy on earth just because he met with Earl. I wish I had an Earl. And then Dhar Mann comes in at the end.
It can be tough having a job and working a 9 to 5, but being a parent is like working a 24/7.
Okay, so that one was pretty mild compared to how some of the men get. Okay, so let's watch this one called Wife Gives Husband Birthday Gift. Husband's reaction is so sad. Almost 2.1 million views. Let's begin.
Hey, honey, you're back. I've got a surprise for you.
Okay.
You are so beautiful. I'm sorry, and that dress is so nice.
What's the surprise?
Husband's already a total dick. Okay, what's the surprise? Yeah. Like, dude, your wife is gorgeous. Why don't you just hear her out for a second?
I baked you a cake. Happy birthday, my love.
Okay, first of all, you didn't bake that cake. Did you also cut out the perfect circular cardboard piece to go underneath the cake? You didn't cook the cake. You didn't bake the cake. You didn't do any of that shit, okay? Sweetie, you just didn't. That is store-bought okay? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I have seen that exact cake in grocery stores all across the world in America.
Really? This is all you got for me? Are you serious?
Yes. Why? Do you not like it?
Is this some kind of a joke?
He does get just a little bit loud.
After all I do for you, you owe me more than this!
What do you mean I owe you?
You don't know what I mean. Who do you think pays for everything around here? You know what? I'm just gonna have to list it out for you.
Here he goes. He is a fast writer. I'll give him that.
Who do you think pays the rent here? Do you like having a roof over your head? Because that's $800 a month right there.
Where is a place like that $800 a month? Please tell me so I can move there.
That's it, go ahead, cry. Okay, that's all you do. Matter of fact, here's a tissue. I pay for that too.
What in the ever-loving just happened? I mean, there is no bad day that you can have that would justify treating your significant other like that. If you were to ever do that, you should leave that relationship, because that's just indicative of what's going to happen in the future and get worse. Okay, that's typically how things like this go. But in Dhar Mann's world, it's a little bit different.
Add that to the cost. Jeez.
So she ends up writing out a list of things that she does for him that he didn't realize. And then she writes down that they're all free. Like, oh my God, how beautiful. It's all free. And, you know, she takes care of him and she cooks meals.
So you know what? You can consider this paid in full.
What a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's all paid in full. He still says you pretty much owe me, but let's just call it even. Just scrap your list, bro. Let it go. Holy shit. And at this point, the woman could say, you, I am out of here. No one ever talks to me like that. We are going to at least separate for a little bit of time, and you're going to need to go to some anger management shit before this happens again. Sorry, that's at the very least of what should happen. But not in Dhar Mann's world.
Honey, if you mean it, why don't you just have some cake?
You know what? That's the best birthday cake ever.
I hope you love that message.
So anyway, that was pretty intense, but there's just one more I want to show you, just one more. We're going to start this channel off with one long episode here, okay? F it. I think we're just going to have a good time here. This one's called Husband Gives Wife on Birthday the Saddest Gift Ever. Could have written it Husband Gives Wife the Saddest Birthday Gift Ever, but whatever, I guess that's fine. 3.4 million views, heading towards 3.5 million views. Jesus. And it's her again. Now, I didn't pick it because she's in it, okay? But if I was that type of person, then I totally see why you would think that. And I kind of am that type of person.
Oh, honey, all of these gifts for my birthday? Let me guess, one of these has Disneyland tickets.
He is so happy with himself. He's just like, yep, these gifts. Just wait.
Rent? I don't get it. What's this?
Well, who do you think paid for the rent the entire year?
You see where this is going yet?
Okay. Thank you, honey. This one is the one with the Disneyland ticket, isn't it? Groceries?
What? That doesn't cost money? You know, it's about time that you start appreciating these things.
Hey, at least he said appreciate correctly, right? He even made sure to appreciate these things. Dhar Mann's over in the corner like, it's appreciate. No, it's not appreciate, it's appreciate.
Okay.
He takes the third one and like, come on, you got one more to open. Like, what a sadistic little bastard.
Wedding ring?
Who says, yeah, I got you a wedding ring, so you for your birthday. Like, are you kidding me? And he defends it and he gets a little angry.
You don't think about all the things I do for you all year long, huh?
But it's my birthday, so I thought, I don't know, maybe you'd do something special?
Something special. So paying for rent, buying groceries, and getting you that wedding ring. That's not special enough, huh? How are you still unappreciative?
Now he's going outside and he ends up bumping into a man who's on his way to bring presents, birthday presents, to his wife. If you play that back, he totally leads in with his shoulder like, F you, I'm gonna fucking check your ass. Like, he puts it out. He puts it out. Yes, there is another woman in the same complex with a birthday, and her husband is just happens to collide with this guy.
Don't you do enough for her already all year long?
Sorry, I don't know what you mean.
So this guy's sane, so he explains the whole entire situation. Like, my wife does all this stuff for me. It's kind of like the last one. Dhar Mann has this thing where he repeats the same topics over and over and over again. They're just, sometimes he switches around the actors, the scenarios change just a little bit, just a small tweak, and then he ends up just telling the same exact story and making bank off of it. And boomers go, well, it was, like a little bit different, so I think there was a lot to learn from that. And it's just absolutely bullshit. But this guy ends up coming to this epiphany where he's like, oh my God, I guess my wife actually is awesome and is incredibly attractive, far too attractive for me. So he apologizes to the guy for lashing out at him, and then he goes back up to his wife.
Hey, honey, can you come down here, please?
At some point, he got a new present. I don't know. I guess he got a new present, which you got to wonder, what is it? What could it be?
What's going on?
And her nightgown is just, I love it. So can we try this again? She opens it, and guess what? It's a Disney package. Oh my God, with some Disney ears that she puts on his head. And yeah, and it's all good from there. And then she forgives him. Dhar Mann comes in. I hope you love that message. I appreciate you. They appreciate each other. Apprish. Message. And it's all like we're just having a gay old time here. And suddenly, like, everything's good. Like, he could have given this exact same message without making the husband, I don't know, abusive, like verbally abusive, screaming down his wife's throat. Probably, if it was a real scenario, scaring the living shit out of her because of how angry he is, just like in the other ones. This is just a little snippet of the content that Dhar Mann makes. This is just a little peek through the looking glass that goes on Dhar Mann's channel. You can check it out. I will link him below in the description because I believe in linking channels in the description. I just think the message is so toxic. I don't think it's a good one. I don't think women should just be, without question, forgiving these guys who berate them and scream. Doesn't that just feel wrong? Is it just me? I don't know if it's just me. I wanted to cover this as the first video, but I'm like, maybe I'm kind of alone in this, but maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not alone. So I figured I'd take the chance, and who knows? If you do agree with me, if you think this whole thing is kind of fucked up, or if you just enjoyed this episode, hit me with a thumbs up. I would absolutely love that. And just don't give me a thumbs down, because if you do that, it still is good engagement. So I guess that's better than nothing. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. This is not the last time I'm going to be discussing Dhar Mann. Trust me on that one. And please be sure to subscribe to my channel, because you're not going to want to miss what's next. Trust me. So thank you for watching. Now get the f*** out of here, you piece of shit. I don't appreciate you. Hope you love that message.
Picture